This is Kyle Juszczyk, and you're listening to Nothing But Niners.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey. See, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. Nothing but Niners. Nothing but Niners. Nothing but Niners. We them nothing but Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, swings to his right, into the 20. He's in the 30. Needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline. Breaks the third tackle. Comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown. 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst breaks tackle after tackle. Swings down the sideline. Throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and it's good. Touchdown! Touchdown, 49ers!
It is second down. Ryan takes the snap, throws the slant to the left side. It's Russell, intercepted. The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is redemption. Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown. No greater redemption.
The San Francisco 49ers, we can do whatever we want.
Click, click, boom! What's going on, faithfuls? It's your boy Mike from the Nothing But Niners crew, and ladies and gentlemen, we are back, man. Give me a round of applause real quick if you're out there watching live right now. Let's go, baby. Yes! Huh? They tried to shut us down. They tried to take us away in the biggest week of the year. Huh? How crazy is that? We get all the way to the Super Bowl, and YouTube want to come in with their nonsense, with these strikes. Huh? You can't keep a good dog down. I don't know if y'all ever seen Charlie, the Grand Charlie. What's the name of that cartoon? All dogs go to heaven, huh? That's been my motto all year long. You can't keep a good dog down. I'm happy to see everybody out there in the chat, man. Y'all look phenomenal. Let me run through these formalities really quick before we get this whole show started. Scrolling across the bottom of the screen, it's supposed to be in red. I don't know why it's in black right now. Let me change that up. You know, I got to get my color scheme back on track here. I was doing no harm, no foul with Wayne. There it is. Boom. Scrolling across the bottom of the screen in red is your instructions for YouTube. If it's your first time on the YouTube page, we want to thank you. We appreciate your support. We appreciate everything. If you enjoy the show, give us a thumbs up. Hit that like button. I got a lot to say today. You're probably going to want to put some thumbs down at some point because I'm going to take some of y'all to the carpet too. All right. Subscribe. And then after you subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, man. This is the time of year where everybody is out there doing their thing, and there was no way y'all weren't going to hear from me over here at Nothing But Niners, all right? Give us a follow on some of our social media platforms. We have Twitch. We have Facebook. Those handles are Nothing But Niners. That is spelled all the way out, all right? Nothing But Niners. There's no numbers in there anywhere. And then we have Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. Those handles are Nothing But 9 ERS. That is the number 9, guys. Nothing But 9 ERS. Okay, we are live right now on Facebook. We're live right now on Twitch. We're live right now on YouTube. I was going to do Instagram, but nobody be watching over there, so I ain't going to keep pumping it up over there if y'all not going to watch. But if y'all tell me, hey, Mike, I like IG more, then let me know, and I'll go out there and I'll make it happen, okay? But there's a couple extra steps that we got to do. But now I got to shout out the biggest and baddest supporters of the Nothing But Niners channel, man. My Patreonians, man. Where y'all at, man? Sound the alarm, baby. Huh? Sound the alarm for my Patreonians, man. Huh? Those are the people that didn't miss a beat. Those are the people that didn't miss a show. Because while YouTube tried to shut us down, They all went over to Patreon, and guess what? A lot of people signed up over there on Patreon. You know what I'm saying? There's a free way to sign up on Patreon. You don't even have to join one of the tiers. But to the paid people, y'all got y'all bonus equipment. Y'all got y'all bonus, equipment. Y'all got y'all bonus episodes. It started with an E in my brain, the P and the Q. Maybe I was a little dyslexic or something. I don't know exactly what happened, but it's there, man. So head on over to patreon.com/NB9ERS and become a part of the best Patreon community in the 49ers community, okay? Now, guys, y'all know who I am already. If you don't, it's cool. My handle is on the screen. It is Mike Andrews 83. Well, y'all can't see it because I got that nice border up there, but it's okay. I'm going to bring my man in once he gives me the thumbs up. I saw y'all in there in the chat. Y'all said, what happened to Tony, huh? It's been a long time since we've seen Tony. Well, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I present to you our 49ers resident GM here. Tony is in the building, baby. Let's go.
What's going on?
Big Tone Dog's in the building. What's going on, Tony? How you doing, man?
No, what's going on?
Man, listen, bro. It's been a lot of stuff going on here with the 49ers community, bro. Let me turn off some of this stuff so I'm not canceling that when we start speaking to each other. There we go. Listen, man, it's been a lot of stuff going on, man. I got stuff to talk about. I know you got some stuff to talk about. The 49ers are officially in Super Bowl week, Tony. How does it feel, bro? Come on, talk to me.
It feels good.
This was ups and downs, bro. What's up?
It feels good. It really feels good. You know, we're here. We're in this is the big week for the big game. Last game of the year. You know, of course there's adversity. You know, it's just there's always something. But it feels really damn good to be here. And you know, my heart feels good, but I'm trying to get my brain and football IQ equal to my heart. So
okay,
we're not there yet, but I'm trying.
Yeah. Miss Debbie says, Mike, your volume went down. Let me turn it up a little bit. I turned it down to cancel out some of the background noise. I didn't want y'all to hear the bubbling when I pull on a hookah. I made y'all a promise on the first show of the week for No Harm, No Foul that every time y'all saw me on the microphone, I was going to be smoking that Chiefs pack, huh? And there it is. I'm a man of my word. Now, Tony, man, you said that your heart and your mind aren't in the same place. How much of it has to do with those two playoff games, man? You could be honest with me, man. Let me know.
I'll be honest with you. A lot of it does. I mean, you know, it's very scary. You know, this is a good football team. It is what it is, but not saying we're not a good football team, but this is a good football team, and a lot is on film. And film don't lie. You could stop it, you can freeze it, you can rewind it, you can put it in slow motion, you can go in high speed. It's there. So that's the football IQ and brain part of it. But the heart, my boys are in the Super Bowl, and we're going to get this. But I got to override the head real quick.
Yeah, I feel you, man. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. Those starts against the Packers, the start against the Lions, you know, it was rough. We were going through it. We went through it together, especially for that Lions game, man. But, man, Tony, if they didn't show you, like, this is why we are as good as we are, I don't know what will. And we've got one more test. My man Chase Bay says here, what does Tony feel about Shanahan drinking that sauce? You please tell me you know what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, was he drunk or did he have something else?
He wasn't. I mean, I wasn't going to say that, but I mean, he definitely was under an influence. I'm not going to say he was drunk. If he was drinking, I don't think he was drunk, but you can hear the slurred speech. It sounded like me on the overreaction shows, like, you know, after the first two shots. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, there's nothing wrong with it, man. Like that's a pressure situation. You got a million people firing questions at you. Some of them are ridiculous, but whatever. You know, I probably would have done the same thing. We know how tight and wounded Kyle is, and hearing him talk, it was like, yeah, he's enjoying life right now. I don't know what it was, but he I would have done the same thing, to be honest with you, to take the edge off, because, you know, this is it. This is like broadcasted worldwide. There you are on a podium, but that's like freaking 2 feet wide by 10 feet tall, and you're just getting fired, bang, 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 and the cameras are all in your face. So there's nothing wrong with it. take the edge off yourself. You be yourself, and that's it, man.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think it was a problem with what he was doing in there. We do have a super chat already. Let's go ahead and break that one down, huh? What a way to start the show, man. Our first show back, we got a super chat already. Not going to wait till the end. I'll pop these things up as I see them. If I could find my little, there it is. There's the super chat segment. We're not going to do a whole segment because we only got one right now. But my man says, got to run to practice. Let's go for the stomping of the squaws. Is that like Indian? Like, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I'm Native American too, bro. I can't. Tony, you read it. You got any Native American in your blood?
No, gotta run to practice. Let's go for the stomping of the squaws.
He's talking about the Chiefs, man. He's talking about the Chiefs. No, I'm kidding, man. It's all good fun, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the first super chat since we've been back. The first super chat on the Nothing But Niners channel since Super Bowl week, man. Since Super Bowl week. So I'm going to make some noise for my guy, Sean, here. I'm going to drop a bomb on that right there. Huh? Let's go, baby. Let's go. Tony, we got a lot to talk about, man. I'm gonna let you pick which one you want to go with first, man. The team is here. We've heard about the field conditions. I know that was a big concern. Do you want to start with the field conditions? Do you want to start with Kyle Shanahan? I got a little segment I want to do with Kyle Shanahan. I got a segment I want to do about Brock Purdy. You tell me where you want to start, and we're gonna go.
I want to start with the field. The field conditions, the situation with the whole field was 100% mishandled by the NFL. And it's a joke, and they should be embarrassed. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and you're going to sit here and say, okay, you're going to go practice at UNLV. UNLV isn't the issue. It's the dumb idiots that rolled out sod/grass, field turf, whatever you want to call it, over an artificial surface. Now, I'm not Mr. Green Thumb, but how is the turf going to adhere to a base and adhere to it when there's an artificial surface underneath it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then he has the audacity to sit there arrogant as hell in that presser, which, by the way, was invite only, and there were not a lot of 49ers beat writers there to pound him with questions. And he just sat there, oh, yeah, the field we just paid for them, and made it seem like, you know, the 49ers need to get over it. It was approved by 23 inspectors. Why do you need 23 inspectors? Why? 22 said it was
a little odd.
Because 22 said it was garbage? Like, come on. You're asking why is there seams in the field? I can tell you why there's seams in the field. Because when you put something that can't adhere, it buckles. That's why there's seams in the field. Right? Yeah. So it's just ridiculous. And I'm not even talking about being outside where the Chiefs are allowed to be inside. I don't care about that. Because the game is being played inside, and that's all that matters. But how can you stick a team in on a surface like that, right? And then the report comes out that the Chiefs are not shifting any of their practices or any of their schedule because their schedule's set and they're not doing anything. Can I curse?
Yes, you can, man. You let it fucking rip.
Fucking commissioner of the NFL. You pick up that phone and say, listen, there's an issue with their surface. You guys need to adjust to give them fair time in a safe environment. We screwed up. It's not them. You guys have to adjust. It's plain and simple. Like, I don't understand. Like, what is the problem? I understand the Chiefs don't have to do it, but the Niners did it with Baltimore. I know they lost the game, but they did the right thing, right? You're all in the same league. You all are under the umbrella of the NFL union. What is the problem?
Yeah. And I understand what you're saying. You would think that as the NFL commissioner, you would want to put the best product on the field for the biggest and final game of the season, right? So I completely understand your sentiments and where you're coming from with that, you know? And I mean, Roger Goodell is just going to do what Roger Goodell does. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the guy that's just like, well, if the team ain't going to make a big stink about it, then neither will we. And then Kyle Shanahan goes to the podium and he says, well, you know, the field is fine. It's getting better every day. I mean, I guess that's the sod and stuff settling. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's going to get better every day. That's going to naturally happen when you put it out there like that and then people start walking on it and all. But you would think that the NFL would want to put the best possible product out there. You would think. You would think. So, John Lynch said that he's going to go out there and take a look at the field and all that, but there's not much else we can do. What are we going to fly back home and test and practice over there and then come back? Like, that's going to take up too much time.
And again, it has nothing to do with being at UNLV. I don't care about being at UNLV, right? The home team has the right to the home stadium, which it's an AFC team, so the Chiefs are there. All I'm asking for is give the team, like, you knew the Super Bowl was here three years ago?
Yeah, 3 years in advance.
3 years ago? Okay? You knew it was coming. You are worth billions. You rip up the artificial surface for the college. You install a natural turf, have it prepared and ready for this week. You know this week is coming. But no, you just roll it out and say, oh, here you go. Here's your surface. Come on, man. And it's not, don't call, like, there's people on social media, oh, look, the Niners are whiners again. No, because let me tell you something. If the Chiefs were put in that position, I promise you they'd be making noise too. It's not to play on a practice on a surface like that.
Right. The Chiefs make noise when one of their guys is off sides and yell at officials and go to the podium and yell about it also some more. So you can imagine what they would have been doing if the field conditions were less than what they were supposed to be. And we heard about the grading system that comes out. 100 is a perfect field. It's supposed to be anywhere between 70 and 75. The Chiefs practice field for the Raiders is graded at an 80, while the Niners over at UNLV were playing on one that was graded at a 50. So it was even below the standards that the league apparently had set for the practice facility. But, it is what it is. And Kyle's not making any excuses. Here's what I like about it, though. I want Brock Purdy to go. I kind of hope it rains a little bit tomorrow out there. I would like them to get a game plan prepared. That means that they're going to focus more on the run game because Brock doesn't throw too well. I would like to hear that, practice went well for the offense in those weather conditions. If we can get a little bit of rain tomorrow when they're out there, you know what I'm saying? And it's a dome. When they go over there to Allegiant Stadium, they're going to be in a dome. So the weather conditions are literally going to be perfect in there. It's going to be climate controlled and everything. And then we're going to play even better. If we have good practice and bad weather, imagine what the performance is going to be on the field. So that's the way I'm looking at it. We prepare for glory, but we anticipate pain, right? That's my little thing here. And so if you go out there and you practice in the worst conditions, when you get in pristine conditions, you should be even better. You know what I'm saying? You guys, Rocky is one of my favorite series of movies ever. And you remember when Ivan Drago was out there and he's training in Rocky IV and he's out there and on all these like state-of-the-art facilities and everything is indoors and he's running around a track and they show Rocky climbing up a mountain with a cross on his back like he's Jesus or something, falling over and everything. And he's like just trudging, right? Like he's getting the best shape of his life out there and struggling every step of the way, and then he goes out there and does what he does to the big Russian. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like right now we're Rocky. I feel like that's where we're going. You know what I'm saying? We're going with Rocky. And then something else Callie is alluding to here, and I thought we should talk about it as well. He says, Tony, are you concerned about Bill Vinovich being the lead official again? And the reason why this is being a question is because his officiating crew calls the least amount of holdings than any officiating crew in the entire NFL. Why is that important? I'll tell you why. Nick Bosa said right after the game, well, you guys are about to play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. What do you think about their tackles? And he says, well, they hold a lot. Yeah. And when they asked the Chiefs players about what do you feel about Nick Bosa's comments, they said it's part of the game. Tony, how do you feel about Vinovich getting the lead official here?
Listen, it's going to be us versus the Chiefs and the officials. It's the same thing. Like there's just a vendetta against this team versus the league just doesn't like the 49ers. I don't know what it is, man. I mean, there was an issue last year with the surface on the turf in the Super Bowl. The Eagles players and fans were complaining, right? So this year there's a turf here. There's never an issue before with turfs. If it's a team that plays Kansas City, there's issues for the opposing team. Every goddamn year it's the same shit, right? Mm-hmm. This league loves the Kansas City Chiefs. Why? Because the dumb idiot said it on the stage himself. My kids love her. I'm a big Swiftie. Blah blah blah, and she brings tons of money for. This is a man that makes $63 million a year. He brings tons of money to my league. you just sold yourself to the devil, dude, because you just laid it out. And let me explain something to you. There was a strategic reason why Nick Bosa said what he said at that press conference on a national platform. Yeah, they hold a lot. He put it out there. Okay. Now it's circulating. So let's see what Bill Vinovich and the league does. Do they still let them get away with it? I got a feeling they are. So Niner fans, faithful. You guys are going to have to be faithful, really faithful this week, because it's going to be an uphill battle from the opening kickoff to the final whistle. And
absolutely,
it's not right. It's not fair, but this is the fucking hand of cards that we were dealt, and we just got to play it. And that's it, because anytime the Chiefs are on that stage, you're going to fight, and you're going to fight for your life. And now that there's other clowns involved, it's over, man. It's over. Not the game,
know what we got?
Like the fairness is over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's us against the world right now, faithfuls. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here for it. I feel like the faithful is strong enough. You know, there's only so long we can pay for the sins of Eddie DeBartolo, guys. Like, I mean, if that's what they're still upset about, if that's what the league is still upset about, then you should have got rid of the franchise if that's how you feel. Like, you can't keep holding it against us. I mean, come on. It's been 30 years already. Like, you got to let it go at some point. You know what I'm saying? Now, the other thing that the Chiefs offensive lineman, specifically their right tackle, does, he false starts a lot. Like, there's a whole 12-minute video on YouTube of the false starts from their tackles that he just kick starts before the balls even snap over and over and over. And they started calling it more at the end of the season. I will say that. They did start calling it more in the postseason, and I believe around week 16, 17, I started seeing some of the calls for them as well. Are you concerned about that? The false starts from the tackles, getting that kick step back, when it's a clear passing play.
What the hell just happened?
Did we lose you? You got me? Can you hear me?
My whole computer just froze. Hold on.
Well, no, but we can see you still.
I can't see anything. Hold on.
Well, we see you though.
That was so odd. All right, go ahead. I'm here. Now I got it back.
No, so I was just saying, are you worried about them false starting, because they do that a lot also? In addition to the holding, they false start a lot, but the league did start calling it more the last 5 weeks of the season.
Mike, you want to know how screwed up this league is with this team? And I sent you the text, okay, in our group chat, right? Okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
There was a report that came out today. Okay. Somebody posted on Twitter, INTs thrown that got reversed from a penalty in the last 6 years.
Oh, you want me to pop that up here? Let me find it.
No, I'll read it. I don't care, whatever. It says,
I got the graphic here that you sent too. I can pop it up there while you're doing it.
Mahomes, 53. The next closest second person, Josh Allen, 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then a fun fact, or then a fact check popped up. This is false. I'm trying to make light of it. This is false. Patrick Mahomes only has 51 interceptions reversed from penalties, and Josh Allen has 8 in the last 6 years. Oh, I'm so sorry. Jesus Christ, I was off by 2. Bro.
And for those of you who may not have understood what he's saying, here it is here. You guys can go full screen and you can see it. Interception thrown that got reversed from a penalty in the last 6 years. Patrick Mahomes, 53.
51.
Right. 51 reversed interceptions. And the next closest person is Josh Allen with 8.
Now, if all due respect, I'm not smart, but it says reversed by penalties. Who calls the penalties?
The officials.
And you tell me this league isn't controlled?
That's a lot of turnovers not on Patrick Mahomes' belt. A lot of turnovers. And, one of the biggest knocks on Patrick Mahomes for his whole career, by the way, it's not just me saying this because he's, we're going up against him now, is that he has been a guy that throws the most turnover-worthy passes in the league. And they were saying, a lot of them get dropped and a lot of them get reversed. I never saw that stat before this week. When you posted that in, that was the first time I had ever seen that. That is an insane stat. And the next closest person, not even in double digits, and you're up at you're over 50. That is insane. That is a crazy stat, bro. That is a crazy stat. Level playing field, it is not. But we're built for this, Tony. We are built for this. This is a team of legacy. This is a team of pedigree. You know, we got Kyle Shanahan in here. We got Christian McCaffrey in here. I want to talk about that now. It's going to be our next topic here. We're going to talk about some family ties, man. You know about the Shanahans and father-son thing. You know about the McCaffreys, the father-son thing. And it's just so cool when you step back and look at it all, man. I'm gonna play this clip for you guys here. First, I'm going to start with Christian McCaffrey talking about it. He was at the podium on Super Bowl row, and he was asked about, playing here in San Francisco for the 49ers. He was asked about it and, what it meant to him and all that stuff. So I'm going to play that now. Let me share the screen with you guys so you can see it. I thought this was really, really cool, man. This was something I thought was awesome to see. So here, we'll go full screen, and then I'll pop him in there. There he is. And listen to him.
Because, you mentioned all those names, and that's why when I got traded here, it did feel like home. It felt like it was where I was supposed to be. All those names you mentioned, obviously my dad played with Grease, played with A-Lin. Bobby T was the running back coach when he was there. Played for Mike. Kyle was in the building all the time. The Kubiaks. I went to school with one of the, I don't know if it was Clint or I don't know who it was, but I went to school with one of the Kubiaks. So
Clint or Clay.
It's just the whole thing is like the second generation of all of those teams that my dad was on, and so it definitely feels like home for me. Because you mentioned all those names, and that's why when I got traded,
I absolutely love that. History repeats itself. That is something I've been told my entire life, that history repeats itself. So listen to him talk about, my dad played with, Brian Grease, who is now the 49ers quarterbacks coach, right? He said Bobby T, our running back coach, was their running back coach way back then. Still a running backs coach for the 49ers with Shanahan, right? Like, we talk about the ties all the time. He talked about the Kubiak family being a part of what the original Mike Shanahan and that umbrella. And now here it is over here as well. Then you got the McCaffrey. Oh my God, man. It's just like, I get goosebumps thinking about it. History repeats itself. Guys, this is our year. I'm telling y'all that this is the year of destiny. I feel it, man. Oh man. I was so hyped about it. And then today, you got to hear Kyle Shanahan talk about it as well. And I'm going to play that too. I'm going to play what Kyle Shanahan had to say about it. Tony, what are your thoughts before I bring Kyle in here on the just the family ties, man? What are your thoughts on it?
No, I love it. I love it. And that's why when we start our drafting, we're going to talk about some other ones in the pipeline. But yeah, I mean, everything is there. Like, everything's there for you just to see and understand what's going on. They all know each other. They all know what it takes. They all know the commitment it takes to be successful. They all know what's expected. So I love it. I'm a fan of it, and I'm just going to say one thing about Christian McCaffrey. If you didn't see the video of him walking around off that plane, my man is 150% locked in for this game. I'm excited to see him. This is a goal opportunity for him.
My man is singular focus right now. Like, he's got one goal in mind. He is here. He's not here to lose it again. You know what I'm saying? There's two guys that I see the laser focus with on this offense, and the other one is Trent Williams. He is in awe. I need him to kind of shake it off. You know what I'm saying? I need him. Like, I can't believe him in the Super Bowl. Huh?
He was when he came walking out. He's like, ooh.
Yeah. Like, he's really in awe. I need him to shake it off. He's talked about it before. He had never been to the playoffs. The one year that I think they made it in Washington, he was injured or something like that, I think he said. So playoffs was the first time, never been to the Super Bowl or never been to a championship game. Maybe it was. Maybe he did have a playoff game, but had never been to a NFC championship game. Now he's in the Super Bowl. I mean, we have plenty of motivation here. You know, we heard John Lynch talk about not letting down some of the legacy acts for the 49ers. He doesn't want to let down Frank Gore and Steve Young and Joe Montana and all these guys who are still around and you know, dropping nuggets to these guys. They're talking and coaching up Brock Purdy, and they're meeting with these guys. You know, they don't want to disappoint the Jerry Rices of the world that are still out there. This is all so much fun for me, man. I'm really, really enjoying the coverage. It's a little bit limited as it is on NFL Network for as far as the 49ers. I have seen this story about this kid Isaiah, and God bless him. I you know, it's a kid that's going through a whole bunch of medical stuff, but he's a Chiefs fan. I feel like I've seen that more on NFL Network than I've seen coverage of the 49ers, and I'm not taking shots at him. Give the young man his shine. It's cool, right? Like, I love seeing that for him, but, like, keep the coverage even. I understand that they're the home team, but there's 2 teams left to cover right now. Cool, y'all want to talk about the coaching hires and all that stuff, but the Niners coverage, it just feels like it's got to be like 25% of what's going on NFL Network right now. Then the Chiefs are probably somewhere around 65%, and everything else is the carousel of what's going on around the rest of the league right now, the coaching hires and all that stuff. It just doesn't feel quite right to me. But this is what Kyle Shanahan had to say about those same exact family ties that Christian McCaffrey was talking about, guys. Take a listen.
Florida National News here. You talk about the relationship with your dad and getting into coaching. It's a little unique because you got Christian and his dad, and they won 3 Super Bowls together. Is that add to the relationship that you have with a special player like Christian?
I mean, I was so close with Christian's dad growing up. I mean, him and Rod Smith were the 2 receivers on the Broncos when I was throughout high school trying to be a receiver. Those were the guys I tried to cut my shoes like, wear the same shoulder pads, meet them after school to run routes and do workouts throughout the summer, everything. So those are like, his dad was such a gym rat and just such a technician, and him and Rod taught me almost everything I know about playing, which gave me a chance to play. And then it was just so funny watching Christian over the years, hearing about him in high schools to at Stanford to going through the draft and everything, and just couldn't believe how talented he was. But I also knew his dad and how psychotic his dad was with his work ethic and just attention to detail, and that's what's been so neat, trading for Christian and actually getting to know him. And just, I feel like I'm watching Ed half the time. Lisa, the other half, she had probably a little better personality, which is in Christian. But it's funny how the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, and I'm sure they got some similarities watching me with my dad.
How cool is that, Tony? Like, how cool is that, man? It's just awesome to me, man. And by the way, shout out to my guy Rosa here. Salute here from NASA. My man is working at NASA, guys, and he is showing some love to the Nothing But Niners channel and everything. Guys, there's no excuse. If you're not here right now, man, where else are you? What are you doing right now? This is the place to be, bro. Kyle Shanahan is locked in. Christian McCaffrey, locked in. Fred Warner, locked in. You know who else is locked in, Tony, that I was happy to see?
Who?
Javon Kinlaw.
I gotta be honest with you. I saw none of their press conferences with their jerseys on, or none of their press conferences with their those sweatshirts that they had on last night. I haven't seen one yet. I just saw clips on the internet. I've yet to see one broadcasted on TV.
Yeah, you're not going to see him on TV. I've been scouring the 49ers YouTube page, hoping that they release them over there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where I'm trying to find the information here, you know? But, you know, again, man, family ties, it runs deep over here with the 49ers. So, you know, we're going to do what we got to do. There is one other topic that I want us to discuss, though, here. And it's a message to the rest of the GMs around the league. Tony, I've been trying to figure out why Brock Purdy gets so much hate. Wow, listening from Germany. Shout out to Trey. What time is it over there, Trey? My man said listening from Germany. Wow, how about that? Oh, I don't know if that's insensitive or not. I was going to play a sound effect. Yeah, it's all right. I'll give you a horn. I will not drop a bomb. I will play a horn effect instead. There we go. I got to learn to not share all of my thoughts and just adjust on the fly. That's what I got to learn to do. Sorry. I got a little bit of that Kyle Shanahan juice in me right now. But all right, Tony's stepping away. But I've been sitting around 3:05 a.m. Wow. Well, how do you know, Al? Are you over there too? Where is everybody at right now, man? Type your cities in here, man. I'm going to pop them all up on the screen while Tony is gone. I want to know where everybody is located watching this right here. All right. Let's go, man. Let's go. I want to hear from the faithful, man. Shout out to all of you watching right now. Let me know where you guys are. 3:05 a.m. Wednesday morning. Al is also over there. Shout out to you guys. All right. I see San Jose is in the building. I see Arizona in the building. Let's go. That's right. Type it in there, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. Huh? Arizona, San Jose. Uh-oh. Trenton, New Jersey in the building. Hold on now. Let's go, Trenton. Huh? That's where I grew up too. Come on now. Let's go, dollar bills. Come on, baby. Huh? Home of, you guessed it, 49ers rookie safety playing in a Super Bowl. Huh? Ji'Ayir Brown. Let's go. Long Beach, California. Put something out there, man. Long Beach. That's my guy, Crooked Eye's hometown. Turlock, California. Phoenix, Arizona. Stockton is in the building. Home of, you guessed it, Eric Armstead, the longest tenured 49er. London is in the building. Pip, pip, cheerio. I hope that's not offensive. Sorry. I got to stop saying what pops into my brain. I'm sorry. Australia's in there. Let's go, man. I'm sorry a dingo ate your baby. I can't stop saying what pops in my brain. I'm sorry. New York is in the building. Let's go. Guam is in the building. What's up over there? Allentown, Pennsylvania. One of the places that I hate driving to when I'm working, but I love it. I love it, man. Y'all are out here. Folsom is in the building. Illinois in the building. Let's go. Huh? Seattle. Boo, Seahawks. But shout out to you, Sergio. I like it. I like it. Paris, California. The Ohio State in the building. Let's go. More San Jose. Selma, California. Come on. But I'm from Santa Clara. Did you move out because of the prices? Because I would have. I've looked at some of the real estate out there, and I don't know how y'all do it. I have no idea how anybody lives in Santa Clara, bro. Y'all, God bless you. God bless you. San Bernardino, California. Okay. So I'm talking about. Sacramento's in here again. I'm at work in Indiana. Albuquerque. Is that New Mexico? Shout out to Albuquerque. You know when I first heard the word Albuquerque, Tony?
What?
Bugs Bunny.
Really?
I should have made a left at Albuquerque. You remember he was like tunneling through the country? I should have made a left at Albuquerque. He came up somewhere else. I don't remember where it was. That's the first time I ever heard the word Albuquerque in my entire life. I don't know, man. I'm sorry, but it's popping in my brain, man. South Dakota's in the building. New Mexico is in the building. Huh? Central Florida is out here. Watch out for the Gators. Watch out for the Gators and the crazy people on bath salt out there, okay? Stockton is in there again. Victorville, California. First one I messed up on. Los Angeles. Huh? Let's go. LA, big LA represent. Huh? Bakersfield, California, Delaware, Sin holding me down. Let's go. Come on now. Lakewood. I don't even know what BC is. Tony, let's guess. Come on. What's BC? Come on. He typed 2 letters. I swear if this is supposed to be DC, I'm going to flame you up, DJ. What is BC? British Columbia? Is that what BC is?
That's what I was going to say.
I heard the ding. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it. How do you say this word? Spokane, Washington? Spokane, Washington? Okay. This dude, DeMarcus, you fired, bro. He put 4:05 p.m. in Wakanda. You are fired, DeMarcus. Montebello, California is in the building. Bloomington, Minnesota. Boston, huh? The baked bean town itself. OC in the house. Newark, New Jersey. Brick City, stand up. I love it, man. I love it. They said Armstead is from Sac. I said that. 209. Isn't that Sacramento? Isn't that what I said? Armstead from, what did I said Stockton. My bad. I messed that up. Y'all right. Look at y'all knowing y'all shit. That's what I'm talking about. Correct me. Cedar Falls, Iowa. Let's go, man. Where Kittle played high school football. Come on now. Represent, man. There you go. The Philippines. Holy smoke. Shout out to Joel. What time is it over there? Texas. Big hats and big guns, baby. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know what LBC is. What's that? 562 LBC. Shout out to y'all, man. Niners Empire. You said it right here, man. Chris, good job. Niners Empire is worldwide, man. Let's go, man. Let's go. Salem, Oregon. Y'all are all over the place, man. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania's in the building. Another one from Los Angeles. Dallas is back in here. Come on now. San Jose, Santa Clara. Hella expensive. Oh, I thought that's where you were at. Come on, Callie. You tricked me, man. Home of Levi Stadium. Represent Miss Debbie. Let's go. H-Town. Houston's in the building. Let's go. Y'all remember the group H-Town? I can't sing it. I ain't gonna sing it right now. Anaheim, California, Bucks County, Pennsylvania, my current residence. Let's go. I mean, come on, man. We neighbors, bro. Huh? And I'm gonna let you know something, man. Bucks County is also where Mike McGlinchey's family is from. And even though Tig's family is from Trenton, he's got some relatives that lives a street over from me right here in Bucks County as well, man. That's what I'm talking about. Plainfield, New Jersey's in the building. My old stomping grounds, man. Chicago is in there. Huh?
Plainfield. All right.
Yeah, man. Let's go, man. Spokane is how they say it. Spokane. Okay, Spokane. My bad. I didn't mean to say it wrong. British Columbia, Mom, you were right. Let's go, man. Let's go. Indiana's in the building. Another one from Sacramento. West Point, MS. What is MS? I'm bad with the state. Is that Missouri? Missouri's in the building. There we go. Another one from Houston, Texas.
Oh,
tell Beyonce I said what's up.
Mississippi.
Mississippi is MS?
Yeah. Missouri's MO.
MO is Missouri. MS Mississippi. I told you, they all get me a little bit confused. There's too many M's out there. New Brunswick, Canada, not Jersey. New Brunswick, Canada. You almost tricked me there, man. Pittsburgh, that's where they are, but he's from New York. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Newark, California, West End. Now, do they say Newark or do they say Newark? Because in Jersey, we say Newark. In Delaware, they say Newark. I wonder how y'all say it. Mike, type that phonetically for me if you don't mind. Chester, Pennsylvania. Uh-oh. That's where I work. That's where my office is. Let's go, man. Chester, Pennsylvania. YouTube family is in here. I'm out there every day. I'll be out there tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. All right. Salem, Oregon is in the building. 432 Texas. I see y'all, man. Another one from Long Beach. LBC, Compton, California. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Be careful wearing that red out there, love. All right, Tanisha. I see you. Huh? Let's go. Okay. All right, I see some more Florida, Nashville. Y'all got to let me get back to the show. Stop typing where y'all from, okay? That's enough, all right? God dang, Connecticut is in the building, man. They said all of California is expensive. Okay, North Kakalaki, huh? That's where my family's from, baby. Come on, North Carolina's in the building. Let's go, man. Yeah, when's the last time you heard somebody say that? Huh? Let me see here. Plainfield, New Jersey, another one. Uh-oh, I never seen this city before.
Lubbock, Texas?
Lubbock? I don't know.
Texas.
Lubbock, Texas is in the building, man. All right. It says, fun story. There is, in fact, a New Jersey, New Brunswick, Canada. That's wild. That's wild. Y'all doing too much. Y'all doing too much, Canada. Y'all got to chill, okay? Y'all got to chill out a little bit. That is wild. I like it, though. I like that, man. Look at this. I love seeing where everybody is from, man. Okay. All right. Let me chill. Let's get back to this GM stepping the game up. So, Tony, I've been trying to find out why Brock Purdy will continuously get hate. And I concluded that Brock Purdy can go out here and throw for 500 yards and 6 touchdowns in this game. And they're still going to say, well, yeah, because he was throwing to Brandon Ayuk, who got 200 of those yards. And he was throwing to Deebo Samuel, who got 150 of those yards. And he was throwing to George Kittle, who got 100 yards. And he was throwing to Christian McCaffrey. They're going to continue, no matter what he does, they're going to blame it on the people that he's throwing to, and they're not going to contribute it to him and what he brings to the table. And I couldn't quite understand why this was happening so much, right? And then I realized that the rest of the NFL GMs, they just suck. That's why Brock Purdy gets so much hate. They think literally anybody can do it because of how stacked the 49ers roster actually is. So here's where I got this idea from, all right? This idea came from a clip that I saw. I'm going to share it with you guys right now, and I'm going to play this thing. Hopefully, we don't get flagged for it. If we get flagged for it, then whatever, man. As long as I don't lose my channel, y'all. Don't make me lose my channel again this week, okay?
Don't risk it.
No. I got our border I got our border up over it, so hopefully it doesn't do too much. But there was a little debate going on over here. This is from a show that I like called The Pivot, okay? And I'm going to play it. I'm going to try it. And we'll just see what happens. I want y'all to hear this conversation between just hear it out. Here it is, okay?
Not even the top 10 best player on that team. John Lynch is the real MVP, Fred. John Lynch is the real MVP. Kyle Shanahan's offense is the real MVP. Brock Purdy is good. Brock Purdy is one of the best 32 quarterbacks in the world. But bro, you can throw a number of quarterbacks on that team and still make that team good. That team could be in the Super Bowl without Brock Purdy. Is he a game changer or is he a game manager? And those words have got so crossed up, and it's difficult to say.
Because in a way,
but listen to Fred Taylor
everybody's a game manager of their system.
Y'all keep listening.
Who goes
Fred Taylor
above the
gonna check
X's and O's?
It's X's and O's, and I don't think Brock Purdy. I love how you say that. I don't think Brock Purdy goes above the X's and O's. He ran in the second half of the.
He said this after a game that Brock kept us in it with his legs. That is literally going above the X's and O's, but I'm going to stop cutting him off. Here it is.
NFC Championship, and I love that, and I like that he got those first downs. But you could throw a number of quarterbacks, Fred, I swear to God, you could throw a number of quarterbacks in that same system, in that same game, and they'll still win that game in the second half.
Fred looks disgusting.
They tried with
Garoppolo.
They tried
Freddie
with
Garoppolo went to the Super Bowl.
They tried with Trey.
Great?
They tried with Trey. They tried with Jimmy G. This guy got both of them out of there.
Is Garoppolo
Listen, wait,
great?
let me finish my point, right? You're talking about game changer. If he didn't kick into game changer mode, their ass would be on vacation. They were down 17. This young kid.
Say it again, Fred.
Their ass would be on vacation. If he didn't kick into game changer mode, their ass would be on vacation. They were down 17.
Because Jimmy G would
This
do
young
that.
kid went out there and played his ass off. He played lights out. That candle, that light, if he didn't make the passes he made or the runs he made, they're home. So without him, just go back last year when he got injured against Philly. After he got hurt, what happened?
Bitch, they had me at quarterback, Fred. It was 4 deep.
Christian McCaffrey played quarterback.
When he got hurt,
this motherfucker's taking
that's the point of
shotgun
perfect.
snaps, Fred.
You proved my point. Without Brock
I'm not
Purdy,
proving your point.
without
Garoppolo went.
How did they get there? How did they get to the NFC
with
Championship?
a goddamn all-star roster.
They
That's
got
how they
there
got there. With an all-star roster.
They tried to get there with Jimmy G. They didn't. They weren't doing it. When this kid got in there, he turned it up and he took him to the NFC Championship game. When he got hurt, they lost. The shit was over with. Their season was done. He came back this year. He led them all the way back. They after the three game skid, we thought, oh, he's just Mr. Irrelevant. Lynch, he's part of the push and changing in the big pivot. He went out and signed Chase Young. That was a great sign.
That roster held him.
No, it's a great roster. That's all credit to John Lynch. But even after that, the young guy, he picked it back up. And he got everybody involved. That's his job. Kyle Shanahan is an amazing coach. He did what it took to get his young quarterback ready. This guy's been playing lights out, man. He had an amazing NFC Championship game. And without him, they are not in the Super Bowl. Without him, they do not even have a chance to win the Super Bowl.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I know y'all want to know who that was talking to Fred out there. That is Channing Crowder, former linebacker for the Miami Dolphins. He was there from 2005 to 2010, if I'm not mistaken. And he's an entertaining podcaster. I will give him his props for that. He is a off the chart kind of guy. He brings that energy and everything. But man, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. Fred Taylor went in there and spoke gospel. He said if Brock Purdy doesn't take over that game and become a game changer and go beyond those X's and O's, our asses are at home. Tony, what say you?
100% right.
Come on, man.
Right. It's factual. You saw it on the fucking. But listen, everyone's got to realize something. The tape does not lie. It shows. It tells you things. He single-handedly, okay, I'm going to say it, put that offense on his back on that drive and went down the field. He did it.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time for him, Tony. I don't think they heard you.
He put the offense on his back and went down the field and made plays. Whether it was with his legs, making throws, handing the ball off, he did it. They won.
Talk your shit, Tony.
No,
Talk your shit, Tony.
People are like one day it's this, the next day it's that. The definition changes of a game manager, and it's so fucking ridiculous. It's so annoying. It's disgusting. It's ridiculous. The hate, the non-respect for this kid is I've never seen anything like this. I never did.
Yeah.
You never heard people talk shit about Trent Dilfer, and Trent Dilfer literally was probably the worst quarterback who ever won a fucking Super Bowl.
Let me tell you how bad Trent Dilfer was. He won the Super Bowl and they let him go that following offseason. Like he didn't even come back the next year. It wasn't like, oh, we might have found something in this guy. He won a Super Bowl and they let him go. They let him go. Come on, bro. 27 unanswered points from Ian Sharp here. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right, man.
Now, by all means, is Brock Purdy perfect? No, he's not. I'm not saying he is a Patrick Mahomes type quarterback or a Lamar Jackson type quarterback or a Tom Brady type quarterback. I'm not saying that.
Excuse me. Thank you.
But he is the perfect fucking quarterback for this team. This is what this team needs, and he does it well, and you're seeing it.
Mm-hmm. He's got just enough athleticism to catch teams off guard. We saw it last game.
He's faster than three-quarter of these quarterbacks in this league. His 10-yard split was elite.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. He's got just enough arm.
In case no one knows that. That's your first step in explosion into your run. So right off the bat, he's going to jump on anybody.
Mm-hmm. My man, he's got just enough arm to make safeties play honest. He's got just enough athleticism to make a linebacker hesitate when he breaks that pocket. Huh? He's got the smarts and the wherewithal where if that first read or second read ain't there, I'm going to find somebody. That throw that he made on the left sideline when he rolled out and hit Kyle Juszczyk on that sideline, Tony, that throw was phenomenal. You forget that throw. That throw that he hit, was it Willie Snead? No. What's his name? Conley. Oh, my goodness. Tony, what? On a drive where you got to have it all, right? I mean, come on, bro. What more do people want to see before they start giving this kid some real respect out here? What more do they want to see? And let me tell y'all something. If y'all thought that the Chiefs were in trouble when we played them last time in the Super Bowl, if y'all thought we had a shot at winning that Super Bowl last time, this team, this offense is significantly better with Brock Purdy at the helm than what it was when we played them before. Significantly better. So I'm going to rewind a little bit, and I'm going to end this with the way I started. If the critique is going to continue to come down on Brock Purdy for having good players around him, we probably have one of the worst offensive lines in the entire NFL. Let's be honest. We probably have one of the worst offensive lines. Maybe at best, 20th. And that's including having the best lineman in the entire NFL on this team. Think about that. Think about how bad the rest of them are. Right? We're not a top 10 offensive line. We're not top 15 offensive line. Right? And this kid goes out there and does it, but they're going to take away all of what he does, all of his accomplishments because of George Kittle and Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel and Christian McCaffrey. All that tells me is that the rest of the GMs in the NFL need to step their game up. The rest of the GMs in the NFL, if it's as simple as, oh, well, we don't need to have a good quarterback, why haven't other teams done it? How many times have we seen a stacked Washington, formerly Redskins, team be stacked everywhere except the quarterback position? They didn't make any noise. How many times have we seen Cleveland without a good quarterback and they don't make it anywhere? Time and time again. Those two teams are notoriously the biggest spenders in free agency. And they always seem to have top 10 picks. How can you have the most money and the most top 10 picks and never get anywhere? You're going to tell me that the quarterback doesn't make a difference? You're going to tell me that anybody can go out there and do it? You got to have the right coaching. You got to have the right supporting cast, and you got to get everybody to buy in. NFL GMs, you need to step your games up. And that doesn't just go for the talent on the team. You got to get the right coaches. You got to get the buy-in. You can't go out there and just get all these superstars and throw them on a team and say, oh, well, we got a great team. Remember that Eagles, what do they call them? The dream team? Isn't that what they called that Eagles team that year? Yeah. What'd they do? Did they even make the postseason that season? Like, come on now. They had all the talent in the world. Dream team. They said it themselves. It's a dream team. They said that shit. And where'd they go? Home. They went home. That's where they went. And they watched the playoffs from their couches, just like the rest of us did. Dream team my ass. It takes a lot more than that. And Brock Purdy is going to go out here and make us proud on Sunday. I can feel it, man. GMs, step your game up. All right, we got a couple more super chats that came in here. I want to read them really quick here. Let me find my thing here. Boom and boom. Right here. Mac Baby says, what's a better NFL narrative? Mahomes competing for Brady GOAT status or the 222nd pick underdog to hero? Let's answer that first.
I'll answer this gladly. Gladly, I'll go with the 262 as an underdog hero. I mean, listen, Mahomes won. He got, 2 Super Bowls, right? He got 2 Super Bowls. They're going for the back-to-back. That's cool. But what better story? My point is this. It was okay for Tom Brady, right? Everything was okay for Tom Brady. But a guy who was picked around later, it's an issue for. It's unacceptable. It shouldn't be allowed. Why? I'll tell you why. Because they have this on their helmet. That's why. I'll tell you this. If Roger Goodell wasn't an asshole and played this right, the league can make a ton of money off of a 262 underdog hero. And you want to know how? Look at The Blind Side with Michael Oher. Look at that movie. The NFL was involved with it.
Yeah, they were.
Because all NFL shit was in it.
Shout out to Sandra Bullock.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
imagine the stories.
Unfortunately, there's another individual involved that's more powerful and more popular than the 262 pick as the underdog hero. And we're not getting into that because I refuse to talk about that. But there's competition here, and clearly we know which way the league is teetering. So,
you know what, man? So to answer Mac Baby's first question, which story, which narrative, which is one is better? I'm going to go with Mr. Irrelevant becoming a Super Bowl MVP. Now think about that for a second. Before Brock Purdy, there was never a Mr. Irrelevant in the history of the NFL that ever completed a pass. And I looked up the numbers. I don't remember what it was. I think it was something like 40 or something like that. Quarterbacks were selected as Mr. Irrelevant. It was.
I don't even think you made the rosters.
That's different. Exactly. How many of them made the final 53? I think it was like 2 or 3. And one of them was Kelly. What was his name? In Buffalo. Buffalo drafted him. Chad Kelly or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
Was he Mr. Irrelevant? Let me see. Hold on. I got to see.
But just real quick. Like, you see how it's two-sided with this? Just think of the ceremony that's put on by the NFL for the last pick in the draft.
Right, he was picked 253.
Just think what happens to the player who's drafted with the last pick of the draft. They get taken to San Diego for a couple of days. Mm-hmm. So why can't he win a Super Bowl and become the MVP and extend and extend the narrative? Like, why?
Right. Come on, man.
It just doesn't make sense. Like, I'm not saying you, Mac, but I'm just saying in general. Like, how do you say what's a better NFL narrative? Mahomes competing for Brady for GOAT status or the 262 pick underdog to a hero?
Come on now.
That got thrown a complete ceremony for being the last pick in the draft. Everyone says, look at this loser. He gets to step on stage, hold the jersey up with Mr. Irrelevant going across with the pick on it, and then he gets shipped to San Diego. The narrative started already for Brock Purdy.
Come on, bro. Like that is insane to me. And now imagine it, right? So Mr. Irrelevant, imagine what the 30-30 looks like for ESPN. The Brock Purdy story. Huh? Imagine the movie script. The writers, they're salivating. The writer strike is over in Hollywood. They're salivating to introduce a script around this story right now. Because let me tell you what happens if Patrick Mahomes wins the Super Bowl. Okay, you got 3. You're not even half as good as Tom Brady. That's what they're going to say. You're not even half as good as Tom Brady. He has 7. That story is going to fall by the wayside by the time the NFL season kicks off next year.
Now, listen, if you're telling me like Patrick Mahomes has 6 rings and he could have an opportunity to tie Brady, I'd be like, you know what? This is like serious. Like, you're tying the all-time leader for 7 championships.
Come on.
My dude's got 3. My dude's got 2.
Right.
2. You're 5 off, buddy. So let this kid live. Let him live.
Exactly. The better narrative is absolutely the Mr. Irrelevant to Super Bowl MVP. Because if we win the game, it's going to be him as the MVP. It's absolutely going to be him as the MVP. DeMarcus Dixon says here, my son's personal trainer was Mr. Irrelevant in 2014. Lonnie Ballentine is his son's personal trainer. I mean, come on. What? 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 Like, come on, guys, cut it out. And I want to give my man Jashawn Page some sound effects here. Let's give him a horn here. Our newest YouTube member, all right, became a member of the page, man. We want to thank you for that, Jashawn. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate it. Thank you very, very much, man. Listen, man, Tony, I know you said you didn't want to talk about it. But one of my favorite things that I saw last night on TV, it had something to do with her. I know you said you didn't want to talk about it. You think that the NFL has a thing for the Taylor Swift movement? You think that they really care about that?
Absolutely.
And let's have a quick 5-minute conversation about it. I got a clip that I want to play for you, but tell me about it. Like, what do you think, honestly? Like, why would they care about Taylor Swift? Because as far as I'm concerned, she's already here. Like the Swifties have bought the jerseys. They're going to buy the tickets. They're going to tune in already, win or lose. Like, I don't think the NFL is vested in the Chiefs winning for the sake of Taylor Swift. She's already here. So why would that be relevant in this situation?
The thing is this, it's plain and simple. It's a fact. They came out that over $300 million was generated in revenue for the NFL since Taylor Swift has become a part of Travis Kelce's life. $300 million. You're talking about viewers. You're talking about
jerseys and
products, stuff like that. Buying tickets to go to games. It's
custom shoes.
It all comes down to money, and that's all Roger Goodell. Why did I say Dan Goodell? Roger Goodell gives a shit about, because the more money he brings in, the more money he makes.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, my daughters, what I don't like about it.
My daughters go to school after every Niners game, win or lose, and they wear their Niners gear loud and proud, and they go in there and they talk smack. And I give my girls a pep talk. I tell them, hey, we lost this week. They're going to say this happened. And you let them know, hey, but we still got this record, and we didn't have this player, or this is what happened, or this is why we lost. We got in position to win that game, but the kicker missed. Like, I give my daughters a little pep talk, Eagles week out here in Bucks County. Oh my God. It was war all week long. I had to give my girls pep talks leading into that game. You know what I'm saying? Then after we won, oh man, they got booed when they went to school. Teachers were telling them boo. Oh my goodness. I prep my girls when they go to school for these scenarios. My 2 oldest ones, the youngest one doesn't do it. My son doesn't do it. But the other 2, they're all in. They are all in. And I prepare them for this. One of the girls told me, and I don't remember which one it was, they said that one of their classmates said that they're watching the Super Bowl because they want to see Taylor Swift. Oh, your teacher said it. Okay, she's standing right here next to me. She said her teacher said it. So my point is, that's one more viewer than what they were going to have. Now, that just happened here in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Imagine that effect on the biggest country singer in the world. Is she country? I don't even know what her genre is. I have no idea what her genre is. You know what I'm saying? But my point is, the effects of it are going to be far-reaching. This might be the highest viewed Super Bowl ever. But what I don't think is going to happen is that they care about the win or the loss. I don't think. I could be wrong. Like, the Super Bowl jerseys with Kelsey's name on it and Taylor Swift custom Super Bowl jerseys, they're already selling. The outcome of the game shouldn't matter. And that's why I'm not really buying into it. Everything you said is right. It's all about the bottom line. You said it. And I completely agree with you. But I think the bottom line is established before the results of the game, is all I'm saying. Now, could they sell a little bit more afterwards? Super Bowl champions on T-shirts? Yeah, I guess so. Probably, right?
What I want to do is let's look at the viewers last year for the Super Bowl and compare it to the viewers this year. And I guarantee you it's higher. Guarantee.
Okay.
Because that's what it is. Because I'm going to tell you why. If you watch the AFC Championship game, well, not the AFC Championship game because I didn't watch it all the way, so I can't be accurate. But maybe who they play before? Buffalo or no, the Dolphins.
Yeah. They played the Bills.
Who was the home?
The Bills. For what?
For the
Bills
Chiefs
were home
in the playoffs. No, wasn't that during the blizzard or something?
They had to go to Buffalo and play, and then they had to go to Baltimore and play, and they had to play Miami. That's right. They were a wild card team. They had to do 3 games on the road, if I'm not mistaken. Now I'm gonna pull it up.
That game, the Miami Dolphin game.
Mm-hmm.
The camera went to the booth every fucking play when Kelsey was on.
Well, because you know why though, right? Like you got to know why. Like I'm not trying to be funny. It's not a shot. So they played the Bills. I'm sorry, they played the Dolphins in the wild card round. Dolphins were at home, but the Dolphins have not beat a team with a winning record. Like they've done it 3 times since Mike McDaniel's been there. They're the biggest frauds in the entire NFL.
But so my point, this is my point, right? I just want to make this clear. Okay.
Oh, they said KC was the home team.
What my issue is, this is about football. This isn't about Taylor Swift. Why are you looking? Why does the camera focus on her? Do you know Al Michaels got removed from calling games in the playoffs because of her? Because what he said?
What did he say?
He made a comment saying that the league is or something. The camera panned to her on TV, and he made a comment like, "All right, enough with looking at Taylor Swift. This is a football event." He made some type of comment, and they removed him from a scheduled playoff game.
Wow, how about that? I didn't know that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is football. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you this: when she's on concert, do they pan to Travis Kelce?
I've never seen the concert, so I don't know. I can't answer that honestly.
I can tell you no because you don't see him.
I don't know. I
don't
don't know.
Like clips and shit. Like
but it's also been so they announced their relationship during the season. He might not have had time to go to any concerts. I don't know if he's ever been to one. I'm not pandering at all.
No, he's been to one. I know for a fact because after the concert, he went running to her. She went running to him. He was standing right on the side of the stage, and she went.
Oh, I do remember seeing her run off stage into his arms. I do remember seeing that.
Like, all I'm trying to say is, like, this is a massive stage, right? And I guarantee you, within the first 5 minutes of the first quarter, they pan to her twice. Guarantee you.
Oh, and because
I'm going to make another prediction. Within the first 5 commercials, you're going to see a Pfizer commercial.
What's that mean?
What's that mean?
Yeah.
Pfizer?
Yeah.
The COVID vaccine?
But that's gonna what does that have to do with Taylor Swift?
They're all tied into it. It's all about promoting.
It's big business.
Exactly.
Big business. We're talking X's and O's, and they're talking dollars and cents.
The NFL sees this, like you said, and the fan base is X and O's. Oh my God, did you see that block? What a crucial play! Blah blah blah. They don't give a shit about that. They want to fill that stadium. They want every person in the world who has a TV to watch it. They want everyone that could afford it to buy things. They want money. It's all about money. Money. That's what it's about.
I will say this. This was the first year during an NFL game that I saw a Porsche commercial. I'd seen Toyota throughout the years, Ford, right? Like, I've seen car commercials before, The money is different. It's hitting different. They're trying to appeal to a bigger demographic right now. I saw a Porsche commercial, and the vehicle that they were advertising started at $90,000. I had never seen that before in an NFL commercial before. I've seen Mercedes before. They don't start at 90. You know what I'm saying? If you're starting at 90 and you're a Mercedes, you're talking Maybach. You're not talking Mercedes. I had never in my life seen a Porsche commercial in an NFL game. So you might be onto something. You might be onto something, man. I'm not trying to step on it. I'm just saying you might be onto something. It's bigger business. The NFL is already big business. It's bigger business.
I'm just gonna leave it with that. What I just said. That's it. Because there's,
Well, I got this that I want to share. My favorite moment from yesterday, the first day of the Super Bowl coverage. I have to share this. I'm sorry. I thought this was freaking hilarious. And we'll see if we see David Carr anymore after this comment here. But have you seen this yet, Tony? Do you know where I'm going with this?
I heard about it, but go ahead.
This was freaking hilarious to me. Here it is, guys.
One covered for opening ceremonies, but for you, is there a player they'll show?
George Kittle. So I'm glad Taylor Swift is out of the country, because if she sees George Kittle, she might rethink the tight end that she chose.
What?
That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
That's all I'm saying.
He's married to his college sweetheart.
Oh, okay. All right, that's my bad. That's
Okay.
my bad. My bad.
Shout out to Claire Kittle out there.
That was my favorite Taylor Swift comment of the year. I'm not going to lie, of the entire year. I'm glad she's out the country, because if she sees George Kittle out there, she might rethink the tight end decision that she made.
Mike, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Why does the NFL Network give a fuck about Taylor Swift?
Dollars. I just told you. She's literally getting viewers.
Why? She has nothing to do with football.
That's not true.
Why? No, I'm saying
that's not true.
It is true. She don't know football. She's not a football player. She's dating a tight end for the biggest team in the fucking league.
Tony,
that's all it's about.
They made money on her so she came out with a movie this year, like a concert movie thing, like Beyonce did. Beyonce had one also, but they advertised it on Amazon Prime when the Chiefs were playing a game. I don't even know if the Chiefs were playing the game or not, but after they announced their relationship, it was advertised on Amazon Prime, like the Swiftie movie, like the Taylor Swift movie for the concert thing, right? They're making money off of her. And we just talked about it. We know that's happening.
No, I understand the money end of it. But what I'm saying is the actual X&O football side of it. Who gives a fuck about her? She don't know nothing. You think she knows what the first down is before she dated Travis Kelce? Do you know a touchdown? Oh my, the wheels on my plane touchdown. Isn't that what it means? No, you
don't do it. Don't do it. Don't take it out on her.
All I'm trying to say is, and I'm getting sick and tired of it. Why do we have to get continuous updates about a pop star that has nothing to do with the game, the actual football game? Why? Why do we need to be updated that she's jumping on a direct flight on her private plane to be at the Super Bowl? Oh, wow, look at that. It worked out perfectly with the time difference. She'll be able to attend. Who cares? You have ESPN, you have NFL Network, all telling you this. Who cares?
Yeah, I knew we were in trouble with the whole Taylor Swift thing when Ian Rappaport had a injury. I mean, not an injury, had a report about her flight schedule after her performance in Japan.
But you get more airtime for her, but you won't get airtime for the Niners. How sad is that?
Yeah. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. But I'm not mad at the NFL using what they got. I mean, there's a reason they put Rihanna at the halftime show, and the Navy showed up, and it was one of the higher viewed halftime shows because Rihanna has one of those cult followings. When Beyonce had the halftime show, one of the highest viewed halftime shows in NFL history because it was Beyonce, right? And the Beehive was out there. Like they play to the fan base, and I'll be honest with you, man. The NFL might be more vested in this now because now we don't have to pay these people to perform at halftime if we can highlight their relationships during the regular season. All of a sudden now, if we can pan the camera to somebody in one of those booths, inside one of those suites, now all of a sudden We don't have to pay to get Beyonce. I don't know what they pay these people to perform at these shows, at the halftime shows and all that stuff. But if I don't have to cut that check, but I can just show you in the stands, it's a win for the NFL. I'm all about the NFL growing. I'm all about it. So I understand both sides. I do. I'm tired of it as well. Let me be very clear. I am tired of it. But as a small business owner, I promise you I get it. If I can get Taylor Swift to come over here and be like, yo, what's up, faithfuls? It's Chiefs Kingdom all day, but I'm still here to say what's up. Boom, Nothing But Niners shoots to the #1 stream for 49ers content in the history of 49ers content. Just like that. I'd do it. I would absolutely do it. You know what I'm saying? But the NFL is taking advantage of it. They're taking advantage of it, man, and they're doing the right thing, man. They're learning to appeal to different people. They're finding all these stars. You know, the halftime show. There's a reason they announced who's going to be doing the halftime show, like it's the schedule release party. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason they do these things because they want to get that fan base involved. You know what I'm saying? Bruno Mars had a halftime show. And Beyonce came out, and they were like, oh, my God, Beyonce's out there with Bruno Mars. They couldn't wait to leak that information. They couldn't wait to leak it. You know, and that's just where we are, man. They're getting that crossover audience. The NFL was second to NASCAR forever. And then, what was it, 12, 15 years ago? All of a sudden, they passed NASCAR as a top U.S. viewed sport, and now they're looking to make it the biggest, and they're trying to separate themselves, and they're trying to compete with soccer. That's what they're doing, you know? People like us, Tony, the thousandaires, want to become millionaires. Millionaires want to become billionaires. Billionaires want to figure out how to create trips to Mars. I don't know, but the NFL now is trying to take that next step. They want to compete with soccer. Right? They want to make it clear it's soccer, there's us, and there's everybody else. That's why you got a game. That's why you got a game in Brazil.
The NFL will never compete with soccer. Never. Overseas, at least. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Soccer is fucking massive, bro.
I agree. I absolutely agree. But I understand what their goal is. That's why you see the games in the UK, multiple games a year. That's why you see the games in Mexico. Right now, you got one in Brazil.
I don't have an
think
issue
about it.
Believe me, I understand what you're saying. And I would try to do the same thing too. But my issue is you're singling out one person that has a relationship with one team, and you're surrounding that into a globe and making it. This is it. This is what the NFL is about. What's right in this globe? Right. They don't give a shit about that. They don't give a shit about that. Here it is. You want to know why? Because what's in that globe makes that, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Guys, that's where we're going to wrap it up right there, man. Tony, man, I'm going to give you the floor again for your final thoughts, man. Let's get up out of here. We got a lot of other things to discuss this week. I'm probably going to be doing shows probably every night this week because I got my channel back. I got to make up for lost time. They tried to muzzle your boy in the biggest 49ers week ever. That's crazy to me. But you can't keep a good dog down. I'm back. Tony, man, your final thoughts. Let me get the Swifty thing off of the screen because I know you're tired of it. Let me get it out of here.
It is what it is. That don't bother me there, but
the floor is yours, big dog.
Listen, there's a lot to talk about. This is what, Tuesday. Today's Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
We got a full week ahead of us. There's going to be news coming out. Let's hope it's positive. There's no negative for the 49ers or anything like that, or even the Chiefs. You don't want negative shit. But you know, the Niners have a fight right now. They're gonna have a big fight in this game, and they're gonna have to fight the fight if they want to bring home the 6th Lombardi. It sucks. It's not fair. Yes, they're fighting against multiple levels, but if you want that Lombardi, you got to win this game. So they have to win this game. We're gonna get into more breakdown of as far as on the field X's and O's rather than the distractions. But you know, just keep your alerts set, tune in. And it's going to be a good week. Busy week.
I want to remind everybody out there watching the first ever 24-hour stream for a Niners content creator is coming right here on this channel Saturday at 2 p.m., a 24-hour stream. Now, I don't know what it's going to entail because a lot can happen in a full day, a lot. I have reached out to every 49ers content creator that I can think of, and I have made them aware of what's going on. I said, you guys can pop in for 5 minutes. You can pop in for an hour if you want. Whatever you guys choose to do, it's up to you. If nobody comes on, I'm okay with that too. I will be here for 24 hours, 2 p.m. Eastern, okay? And we will rock all the way until 2 p.m. Sunday, the day of the Super Bowl. Then I'm going to pack up. I'm going to head to where I'm doing my Super Bowl party. I'm going to take a nap. And I'm going to wake up and I'm going to do my pregame show like we normally do. We're heading over to Patreon and we're going to overreact, okay? The first ever 24-hour stream for a 49ers content creator, guys. I can't say it enough. I can't say it. I don't expect anybody out there to watch the whole time. But if you guys are working on Saturday, check me out when you're getting ready for work in the morning. Check me out when you're on your lunch break. Check me out when you're heading home at the end of the day. Check me out after dinner. Whenever you pop in, it's up to you. Go out there and tell somebody about it. Nobody does this, bro. Nobody does this. This has never been done before in the history of sports content. It's never been done before. It's happening here for the first time ever. Nothing but Niners, guys. Finding ways to break barriers, to do something new. Spread the word, please. I beg you guys. Don't ask anybody to subscribe. Give me 24 hours. I might be a zombie in the 20th hour. I have no idea how it's going to go. I'm going to try to do some Red Bulls, but I got heart issues. I don't know how many of them I can have. My wife is going to have to flag me or something like I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to find out. But I will be here. That is my final thought. I just want to plug that really quick, man. That is it. Tony, Saturday, 2 p.m. is when I'm starting. Are you going to make an appearance?
Maybe at 2 to 2:30 because I got to work.
There you go.
Double Saturday.
There you go. Hey, you can call on your lunch break if you want. You can see what's going on, whatever. I will be here, bro. I will be here, man. Huh? Oh, Niner Cowboy says Mike is not a game manager. He is a game changer. Hey, and I promise you guys, you're going to see it again. And I'm not saying by me. I promise you guys, after I do this, and because I've made it known already, don't be surprised if someone else says they're going to do it now. But they would have announced it already. They would have announced it already. I've told every content creator, and if they go out there and do it, it's okay. Hey, props to you. Much respect and good luck. But we're going to be doing it here. Nothing but Niners, baby. 24-hour stream. That's it, man. I can't wait. And if there's going to be times where I post a link in the chat. If anybody wants to join, come on and share some thoughts. Don't forget that you guys don't even have to put your cameras on. You can join the show, disable your camera, and it'll just be your voice. We'll have a call-in segment. I'm going to share some crazy thoughts, some random thoughts, sports-related, not sports-related. You guys are going to hear me talking to my dog. At some point, I may even have to take a shower. Don't ask me how I'm going to make it work. I don't know. They want to know if you're off for the game on Sunday, Tony. Y'all know Tony called out sick already. Come on now. Come on, Tony. Come on, let him know.
You know that's coming. I'm calling out Saturday in the morning when I leave.
There you go. You know
Sunday,
what I'm saying? So
because I work Saturday at 3 till Sunday at 7 a.m. So I'll call out literally as I'm walking out the door.
There you go. He's going to start faking sick while he's at work. He's going to dry heave, get an Alka-Seltzer, pop it in your mouth before you walk out the doors. Spit the foam out. You know what I'm saying? Spit the foam out.
I tell them straight up, I'm calling out. My team's in the Super Bowl. Later, click. That's it.
Ooh, that's that. I don't have that kind of power right there. But it is what it is.
I'm just straight honest. I'm straight honest. I'm not going to sit there and seem like I'm fucking heaving and throwing up and shit. I'll tell you straight up, listen, I'm not coming in today. Sorry.
And then after the overreaction show, guys, I'm going to take a power nap. I'm off of work on Monday. I catch a flight. You guessed it, right to Vegas. Right to Vegas, baby. So I'm going 24 hours, Super Bowl game day, Vegas. I'm going out there to celebrate because I know we're going to win this game. We'll get to the game predictions. We'll get to looking at who's who and what's what and the matchups and all that stuff that we're concerned about. We will break that all down later on during the week. You guys make sure you have those notifications turned on. I'm going to try to get my man Tony here. There's no better X's and O guy in the business. I'm talking about anywhere. I don't know. No disrespect to anybody. I love John Chapman. Great X and O's guy, right? I like the content creators who have their hands in with the 49ers, my man Brad Graham and all that stuff. Grant Cohn, you love him, you hate him, whatever it is, but there's no better X's and O's guy, if anybody, than my man Tony right here. I'm going to get his thoughts on this game before the game starts. He's going to tell us what we need to be concerned with, and if he can't be on the show, I'll have him send me his notes. Don't you guys worry about it. We're going to be here. We're going to break it all down. The biggest game of the year. We got to bring you guys our A+ effort, and I promise you guys you're going to get that from us here at Nothing But Niners, okay? So that's going to do it for us, man. Tony, thank you so much for jumping on here, man. I appreciate you. We did it. Less than an hour and a half. I told you we weren't going to be on for too long, man. That's all we got for you guys. Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
But always
remain faithful.
We'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey. See, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners.